This is a center of research for pioneer scientists and literature people and people who started translating also. And this has a very old tradition, because in the early Abbasid period, during the Ma'mun Caliphate, he was used to be called the scientist and the learned man. He started such a center for translating, and they say that we kept European heritage, Latin and Greek, through the Arabic translation. We gave it back to Europe through our translation.
سمعت بأن الكويتيين جايبين لهم طوز، فنوع من الطوز يرشوه بالبناية، بس ما أعرف شنو هذا الطوز، يعني يقول لك هذا هو من كيف على حرارة الشمس يقوب رأسه يقوب، فهذا من ضمن القاعدة احترقت.
What have they done to it? This is the first parliament in Iraq, you know. Oh, look what they have done. We used it as a stage for musical evenings, and it was a center for culture, this one. No, it's impossible. This is the stage.
Oh, it's nothing left.
Please.
Pieces of painting, sculpture, and ceramic. Many thousand. Only my work in the third floor was 180 pieces. They stole it and destroyed it. Now we're starting to collect, to buy pieces from the thieves. So we trying, maybe we collect 100, 200, 300, 400. But this is the history of modern art, Iraqi modern art.
It happened while the country was occupied. Nobody stopped them. And this is what we were afraid when we were here, that we might have again another scene like those here in the museum, and thanks God it did not happen.
Linnea told us that she knew really that the same would happen as during the first Gulf War.
Yeah, yeah,
The same procedure.
yeah. But we managed to cut half of it, not the first half, of course, when we looted. What do we?
But why didn't they have guards? Why didn't they prepare for these things when they knew that the war would come?
To tell you the truth, we had guards here, but they all flew. We had guards to protect the museum for normal people, But nobody stayed here because there was a battle here, a tanks battle, and nobody would fight a tank with a Kalashnikov.
But why did the tanks come to this museum?
They were here, but they did not protect us.
It's a beautiful, it was a woman who put it back in order, a woman architect. Yes. They asked her not to come and see what's happening.
Do you understand why?
We have very good women architects. Now I'm sure they sweep out all this and put cemented high building. That's what they told me.
Who
foreigners.
That they will do
Why
that.
don't you give us this, my place,
Yes.
so we put it back brand new to you. This is a people who don't
In front of Saddam Center, there was an army, American army, with their car armato, what they call the tanks. standing. They don't stop the thieves to go in.
Yes, but still, I don't know why the tanks were there all the time, and you didn't know anything what happened, and why didn't they protect it then? When it's
We
all-
had one man who lives in the premises here.
Yes.
He's an archaeologist. He's one of our staff. And the day when the people had gathered in front of the museum, they wanted to enter the museum. He went and begged one of the tanks just to move, to come into the front of the museum to protect the museum. They said, "We are very sorry, we don't have orders."
Tell him, said, it's not my business. It's not my job.
Where are the books? Who would do this? Ordinary poor people because they need money and they want to buy? Okay.
I've noticed they take bricks and such things and computers, and I don't know about these things.
Unless they know about previous. All the modern world is responsible about the destruction of this country. I think. All of them are responsible, and especially the media. The media did such a dirty job for the last 10 years, you know, to have this end for this country. Dirty job. They never tried to do something constructive, only to destroy, destroy, destroy. And we warned them, we said, Iraq is something to be, it's something, a human heritage. This is human heritage.
Of course.
It's not only Iraq. And it's a shame on every one of us, every cultured one of us, to see this result. For such a long history, for such a long, you know, worked out for so many generations, so many people to do this. And just few evil people turning it into such a, it's so easy to destroy, not easy to build. Look at that pigeon standing there alone. It's sad, huh?
What has been there?
She's sitting up there on the.
The little.
You see the
oh,
pigeon
yes.
there?
Yes.
She still has some place to settle down.
Yeah. That's a hope for you too. Still, there is hope.
My disappointment is with the human, with human nature. I don't know.
But the Iraqis, they have come back
And
come
my
back.
disappointment really is with the other side of the globe. Because I studied there and I thought they really believe in human rights, in culture, in democracy. But look what all this, what is this?
And the European Union?
Couldn't they defend at least the cultural side of Iraq? If they want to destroy the political, okay. But why destroy the cultural side?
Do they destroy it?
I don't know. You can ask them why. I wish they took it, sell it, but not destroy it. Destroyed, I lost everything. Look, this is a door. Look, how they destroyed. Can you imagine? I trying to fix it again. Take it pieces. Everything.
I think
Okay.
this is part of you, they destroy. people are very upset about this, losing part of their history. Why do you think?
Said because this the history of the country. This modern Iraq. So of course it's a document. The part of Iraq art was lost. So it's not easy. Of course we disappointed. But we are angry, as I told you. Angry because we lost a lot of document. But we hope we are inside, we can do it again.
You think so?
Yes, I hope so. I think so.
Started to pick the bricks, you see.
Oh, they're very good.
Look.
Oh, they're very good.
It's very important. You know, most Iraqi artists, they study in Europe. They study in Europe. They lived in Europe or in America or Russia, everywhere. When they come back, they trying to make their art, their own art, even the abstract, as I told you. The Iraqi, they use abstract, modern art, but in their way, not as the copy of the European painter or American painter or Italian painter.
You know, this was a small courtyard where we used to sit in summertime, and the other one is the big courtyard. Here, you know, they have looted everything, as you see. We have tried to clean it last week, so we can have it as a meeting place for those who are interested in what's happening in Iraq and who wants to help. And we cleaned a little bit. Look what they have done. They broke again the post. They broke the lock. And they have stolen the door, the whole door. It's of no interest for anybody, this door. It's only because they wanted to harm us.
They want to harm you?
Yes. What else do they do with this door? It's important for us because it's part of this old building, which goes back to 100 years old, and it was built by my father. It has a personal thing for us, and it's part of this building. Otherwise, it has no material value. So why did they do it? I mean, and this place was open for everybody to come and enjoy and sit in the courtyard and enjoy themselves. And we didn't charge anybody for anything. They could have be part of the constructive thing which this place intended to be.
Women and children, women, children, no men, because all the men was in the fighting.
And broke the other. Why? Why? Could you give me any logical explanation for that? Really, it's worth study this spirit which is ruling this country now. I don't know.
But don't they have a proud Iraqi identity? Don't the people have a proud Iraqi identity? Why do they do this?
The person who did it, they tried to efface Iraqi identity because all this is Iraqi identity. That's what they did all over Baghdad.
I work for the future. I don't work for today. I work for the future. So we believe in the future. Continuum.
So that's why.
Not we work for today. I work for I just continuum.
The Iraqis were never tired, and we will not be tired, because being an archaeologist and studying a lot of periods that had passed the country, I always believe that the Iraqi people are a kind of people that they can adapt themselves to any kind of attack. They would bear the impact. They would come quiet afterwards. They will hold the impact. Then they will start teaching the people, the invaders, the way of their lives. And how they could bear this impact and how they go on with their lives. This had happened in the history, in the Sumerian times, in the Babylonian times, in the Assyrian times. And this is always happening for the Iraqis. They
So
are
special with
attacked.
Iraqis.
Because it's a very fertile valley. It's a sacred place, this country. It's a very important place, either for the natural resources, either for the ability of the minds of the Iraqis, or even for the position of the country within the Middle East or within the world. So it was always attacked, but all the attackers went away with a great knowledge and understanding of the people from inside. And they took a lot of the Iraqi Mesopotamian civilization, spread it outside the Mesopotamian areas, because they lived here. We never had, very little we had civilization coming into Mesopotamia. It was always the civilization, the culture was taken outside from Mesopotamia, and it, lightened the lives of other people outside of Mesopotamia.
I do hope you go on doing this.
Well, that's the destiny of the Iraqi people. I hope they can do it this time again.
Yes, thank you.
Most welcome.